Thunder faithful anxiously awaiting their arrival on the floor. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. And the Houston Rockets starting five. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Smith. Thompson is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Şengün in at the center position. And for Golden State, they've got Buddy Hield. Green is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Stephen Curry. And every season you have teams, Greg, that start out hot only to falter. How do you separate the real from the rest?
Kevin, that's a good question. And one thing is what we call point differential. Doesn't just look at wins and losses, but margins of victory. And it can indicate who's really built to go the distance.
Now, here is Smith. Draymond Green with the rebound. Thompson against Hield. Off target with his three. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Brooks outside. Here's VanVleet. The Warriors pull it in. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. That's going to send Şengün to the line.
At the line for the Rockets.
It's on Porzingis. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And from the line, he's knocking it down about 71% of the time, and that's a percentage that needs to go up.
And the Rockets hiring of Coach Udoka brought a lot of optimism, it seemed, to the fan base.
Yeah, Houston has had a rough go in recent years, and Udoka took the Celtics to the NBA Finals in his long season as head coach. They're not expecting that kind of success right away, but they're hopeful he can turn things in the right direction.
3 misses to start the game, still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
And the pass to Brooks. That falls. Great assist by VanVleet.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Here's Curry. Got a hand on it.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Here's Smith. Kicks it out to VanVleet. Thompson outside. And the basket is good.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Curry against VanVleet. And they get it. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Takes the 13-footer. Brooks with no one around. Cans it from downtown. Brooks has got 5 points so far.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Green. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Smith. Curry with the steal. Over Thompson. Şengün with the rebound.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Thompson with the bucket.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now here's Curry. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. From 8. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And last season, the Warriors' so-called 2-timeline approach seemed to fall flat, didn't you think, G.A.?
And whether it was chemistry or younger players still growing into their roles, the Warriors are now clear. There's only one timeline, and that's Steph Curry.
The Warriors making a switch here. Beasley's checked in.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display. Pass
to Porzingis. And a dunk by Porzingis.
We know Curry has tremendous vision, and he uses it to tee up his teammates for easy shots.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Now here's Thompson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Here's Van Vliet. Back to Brooks. 6 to shoot. Fires from way outside. And another 3 for Houston.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
The shot by Curry, no good. Rockets leading by 8. Thompson looking for an opening. Porzingis with the block.
That reach of Porzingis is just outrageous. I mean, I love when he uses it on defense to stifle shooters.
Beasley kicks to Green. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. So if you look at the Rockets' struggles, Clark, over the last few seasons, what stands out to you?
Well, I think it starts at the defensive end of the floor, Kevin. I mean, a team is not going to make noise in the NBA if they don't defend consistently. I'm sure improving on D is a focus this season.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Houston making a switch here. Adams checked in. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 6-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Hey, the son of an NBA player, Jabari Smith, learned a few moves growing up.
The Rockets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And how about as a group? 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Big Red's checked in for the Warriors. Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. Jalen Green comes in for Fred VanVleet. Now here's Curry. He had 28 points in the win against Oklahoma City.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist total show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Whitmore comes in for Smith, and Cool Hand subbed in for Thompson. Here's Big Red, an 11-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
They grabbed their own miss. Eason finds Adams. The layup missed.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Curry passes to Big Red. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
And here are the Warriors now. The Rockets making the shot. Now Whitmore hasn't made one yet. To the paint. Here's Eason. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Warriors trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
A second chance effort. Big Red passes to Beasley. Curry with it. There's the triple. Buries the long-range jumper.
Off a pass, Steph Curry. That one is always going in, or almost always going in.
They kick it out to Green. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's the Warriors with the ball. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Beasley. And now just a 4-point Rocket lead.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Here's Shepard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Golden State foul, number 10.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Looney comes in for Draymond Green. And Pippen subbed in for Stephen Curry.
Kevin Looney. Pippen.
Beasley against Green for the 3. That shot off.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Pippen down low. And that one is good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Shot by Eason, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested. You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Pippen dishes to Beasley. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists now in this one. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And the Warriors making a change here. Fontecchio's checked in. Now here's Green. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Count that one.
Not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but finishes like this from Green, I think, demonstrate how tough he is.
Here's Pippen. Following the basket by Jalen Green. Here's Big Red. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Shepard. Whitmore with it. Takes a 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And those are the kinds of shots that give rookies like Whitmore so much confidence. Pippen,
the pass to Fontecchio. And he banks in the layup.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Houston in the lead. 6-second difference between shot and game clock.
Pippen. First personal foul. 15 foul.
Rockets have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Shepard. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Zinkas, he's checked in for Big Red. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Pass to Looney. It's Beasley on the wing. Off target from 3-point range.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
It's been all about Dillon Brooks for the Rockets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from 3-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
So on the floor for Houston, preparing up front, Smith and Şengün. And Van Vliet out there with Thompson. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Down low, here's Şengün. 2 points, that one goes. Şengün's got his second basket of the night.
Defense on top of Şengün inside, but he uses his agility to overcome it.
Pippen kicks to Beasley. Looney passes to Porzingis. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Van Vliet outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Van Vliet's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, tricky play by Van Vliet to beat the close coverage. Slipping pass there for the finish.
And there's the pass to Looney. Here's Beasley. And Thompson sends it back. And he's able to get it back. No good from Beasley.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Golden State Warriors have made the transformation from a league doormat to an all-time champion since the turn of the century. Now, some sources say that the Warriors are the most valuable franchise in the NBA, and right there amongst the most valuable in the world. New ownership, a new arena, they've made a difference to be sure, but make no mistake, Stephen Curry has been the linchpin. Guys?
Absolutely, no doubt. D.A., thank you.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
They retain possession. The Warriors trailing. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Beasley outside. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
Golden State moving it around. Porzingis inside, covered by Smith. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Thompson, stolen by Pippen. Now the Warriors moving it up. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Van Vliet picks one up.
All that size and length there. When Porzingis is using his body like this, I mean, it forces the defense to be aggressive.
Shooting 2. The first free throw is good. Greg, there has been some talk of having overtime played to a target score. Can you make the case for that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, more certainty on how long the broadcast will go, right, Kevin? And protecting players from the heavy minute loads that can result from those games that go into multiple overtimes. So I like that idea. The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Looney. Lays it up off the glass. Looney's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Van Vliet against Pippen. Now that one from Van Vliet.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And yes, it's good.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. In a moment now to see nice three-point percentage numbers on this list. A look at the leaderboard showing us the most accurate three-point shooting 2 men in the league. fifth, Amen Thompson.
You know, you don't have to be a great shooter to play two guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I mean, these guys don't know the meaning of cold streaks. They're either hot, red hot, or sizzling. Those are the kind of shooters they are from downtown.
Pass to Fontecchio. Here's Porzingis. Şengün covering. And it's all evened up. Porzingis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to rattle Porzingis. This guy is just unflappable.
Clark, one benefit that Jabari Smith has had in his career is the wisdom from his dad. He has learned a lot.
No wisdom like a father's wisdom, particularly when a dad has traveled the road that his son is traveling in the NBA. I'm sure his dad learned a ton in his experience that he has passed on to Jabari Smith Jr. in a way that's benefited the younger Smith.
Jalen Green's checked in for Houston. And it's Pippen missing.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Curry's checked in for Golden State. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün.
So many are excited about Smith Jr.'s future. I think if he can add some muscle to that frame of his, he's going to be a real problem.
Beasley outside. It's Beasley on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Curry with the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Smith. And he drops it in from the low post. Smith's got 7.
That is huge for him. Smith needs to get points inside to open up that perimeter game for him. And he's got the size to do both.
Looney. And the Warriors miss again.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Smith kicks to Van Vliet. Smith in the post. Misses in close.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Stephen Curry.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Curry showing toughness inside.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes. Whitmore, he's checked in for Jabari Smith. Tari Eason comes in for Thompson. And Coolhan subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. On the wing, Green. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
When you try to check Green in pick-and-roll action, you've got to stop him first.
It's good. He has 5.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Passes to Shepard. Fires for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Shepard's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
To the inside. No good from Beasley.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Shepard, the pass to Green. Beasley with the rebound. Beasley's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside. Eason grabs the board.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Kristaps Porzingis. Rockets have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
Eason at the line for 2.
free throw good from Eason.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Porzingis is checked in for Big Red. Draymond Green comes in for Kevon Looney. And it's Buddy Hield in for Beasley.
Hield so good at finding ways to get it in the hoop, regardless of who's defending.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
He hits both from the stripe.
They are perfect from the line in this quarter and need to stay aggressively in attack mode if they want to gain control of this game.
The pass to Shepard. Now Adams. Houston moving the ball around. Green up on top, guarded by Curry. Green, no luck. He's covered by Eason. Eason grabs the board. Houston leading by 4. And a wide open look for Whitmore. From outside, off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Dishes it to Curry. Shoots the 3. The 3 ball from Curry.
Huge night for Curry in a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that third foul. Something I like about Jalen Green is that ability to go vertical and just adjust midair.
We call that great body control, partner, and you've seen guys over your time around the league where that's a special gift, and it really can make it hard for defenders. Green is excellent using that body and athleticism.
And the Warriors making a change here. Fontecchio's checked in. Porzingis kicks to Green. Pass to Fontecchio. And here is Curry, guarded by Green. Curry against Green. Curry passes to Porzingis. Over Adams. That one's in there. Pocket lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Kristaps Porzingis.
You know, Porzingis' ability to shoot the ball well from every level really opens up the floor for him and his teammates. He'll make that mid-range, Jay, as much as he makes threes.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly. And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Stephen Curry.
Inside, Green's energetic play makes him really hard to contest without fouling. Defense's best effort turns into a foul.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
He should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Good on the shot. Hield's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
And that's not easy, but Hield is an effective scorer who's capable of finishing through that kind of defense.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago.
Your Warriors, 54. The Rockets, 55.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
They came out as the more physical team tonight. You could tell they put an emphasis on winning without it. All of these bodies crashing the glass has given them a physical and a middle edge, Ernie.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Their unselfishness has kept them in the game. Just look at the assist numbers. Guys will make the cuts, they move with the ball freely. You look to see.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Curry has been sensational.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
The post pair for him. It's Green and Looney. Hield is out there with Pippen. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3 slot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Out to Brooks. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Houston.
And definitely a streak shooter. When Brooks is hot, he can carry the offense.
Van Vliet against Pippen. Pass to Green. And the rejection by Smith. And he gets it back. Looney passes to Fontecchio. Hield from outside. It's good from long range. Hield's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Quite simply, one of the best three-point shooters in this game. That's Buddy Hield.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo could arguably be called the most feared slasher in league history. He says, I just tried to read the crowd, read the walls, and see where I can beat them. There's a second there that you can attack the seams and change your speed. I've done this 25 to 30 times every night, so I know what to look for. Kevin?
He definitely does, David. A master at his craft. Hey, D.A., thanks for the report. Stolen by Van Vliet. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And they pick up 2. That's 10 points from Amen Thompson.
And you can always count on Van Vliet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
Here's Pippen. Great D that time from Van Vliet.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half. Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Hield. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Hield's got 5 points in the quarter.
And what focus from Hield there. Not an easy finish, but that guy finds a way.
Now here's Brooks. Tight defense on him. Big Reds checked in for Golden State. Curry comes in for Pippen.
Team foul. Substitution for your Warriors.
Van Vliet with it. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the middle. Here's Hield. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs really have their eyes on him. And that's number 5.
Looney's checked in for Golden State.
That is a huge call. That is not who they wanted to see headed to the bench with the outcome still in question.
Now into the lineup for your Warriors.
Brooks from outside. That one's off. He's made 5 and missed 3 now. Warriors have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Podziemski. Tries to save it. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Golden State basketball.
And, of course, always keeping an eye on the top rookies in the league. We get a chance to see the first-year players with the most steals this season. 5th, Amen Thompson.
How about the anticipation and really his aggressive mindset defensively? He's always pressuring, always looking for an opportunity to force a turnover.
Yeah, and I think it's a unique talent and instinct he has. I mean, timing out the dribble, seeing the pass before it happens. Really excellent hands when he goes to strip the ball, and I think he's only going to get better.
On the wing, Heel. Here's Big Red, covered by Smith. Big Red passes to Fontecchio. And they recover it. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Looney. No good on the three. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Van Vliet with the bucket.
Great dime that time by Smith Jr. there. You see the floor awareness really starting to improve.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Some changes here for the Warriors. Zingas is checked in for Big Red, and Draymond Green's subbed in for Kevon Looney. Down low, here's Porzingis. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Porzingis aggressive and effective tonight from start to finish. Coach is smiling all night long.
They get the rebound. The Warriors trailing. Kicks it to Green. In the corner, it's Hield. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Brooks finds Şengün. Houston moving it around. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Outside, Green. High, arcing shot. It's rebounded by Houston.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Here's Podziemski. Nothing on the board. Porzingis inside. Şengün's there. Here's Podziemski. Off target from outside. Houston leading by 3. Porzingis with the block. Here's Podziemski. Covered by Van Vliet. Here's Porzingis. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
You know, at 7'3", not many guys can defend Porzingis. I mean, especially when he's operating this close to the rim.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Give it up one more time for your Warriors. Dance team.
So both teams making some changes here. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Rockets. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors. And they're down 4 spots from them.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And so here is Houston. They trail by 1. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. Then it'll be a home game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Nice shot by Thompson.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
He's covered by Eason. Here's Porzingis. It's good again, and the next one 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Porzingis able to use that 7'6" wingspan to full effect, beating everybody to the board and then quickly cashing in.
And Green gets it to go. Green's got 12 points in the game.
What a burst out of that first step, straight to the hole.
Passes it to Porzingis over Whitmore. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And the wide open shot from Green. Now Eason to the wing right side. The pass to Thompson. 4 on the clock. A three-pointer is right on target. Thompson's got 7 points for the quarter. Warriors trail by 4. Here's Podziemski to the inside. Here's Porzingis. Goes up again. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Porzingis has got 20.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Pass to Eason. They kick it out to Green. Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for Green.
After hitting 1-3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Porzingis can't hit. Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Hey, Greg, here we are watching Cam Whitmore. What impresses you most about his game?
Kevin, for me, I think it's his toughness. He's not afraid to get physical underneath the basket, and I really love how gritty he is on the D as well.
Knocks it loose. Here we go, one-on-one. On up the court. Pass to Podziemski. The three ball. Drills it from outside. Now it's a 3-point Warrior lead. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
You know, something else that catches my eye is the fact that they have blocked a bunch of shots. I mean, the blocked shot totals, extremely impressive. The defensive intensity, top level.
Some changes here for the Warriors. Big Red's checked in for Porzingis. Draymond Green comes in for Looney. And it's Malik Beasley in for Hield. The Rockets also changing it up. Adams comes in for Jabari Smith. And Coolhan subbed in for Whitmore. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Adams. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Green with the ball. Now defended by Adams. Over to the wing. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The Warriors have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. Rockets trail by 5. Green deciding where to go with it. And Green slams it in.
Excellent job by Green finishing through that contact.
The Warriors shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Yep, that one goes. He's got 13.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And a chance here to just double-check the ruling on the floor. I wasn't sure if he got it off in time or not, so I appreciate the second look as well.
And you know what? We're watching exactly what the officials are seeing from the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus. We've got the time right here. So they're making sure they got it right.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor. But replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Warriors ahead, leading by 8. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Rockets trail by 8. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. They've got Adams, Alperen Sengun out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Cool Hands, and it's Van Vliet in at the point. Here's Shepard, covered by Beasley. Got a piece of it. Here's Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Van Vliet outside. Buries it from three-point range.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Over in the corner, Green. Sengun with the rebound. Sengun's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
And nothing seems to phase Adams, even when you get physical with it.
To the paint, here's Beasley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The first one falls.
You know, when Beasley stays within himself, I think he's really an effective player, and we know he's skilled on offense.
And Beasley drops both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Here's Brooks, and Houston again with the buckets.
Inside, outside, mid-range, Brooks has the accuracy to make whatever look he gets work for him.
It's tipped. Van Vliet looking around.
Second
Houston making a switch. Smith is checked in.
Substitution for the Rockets, Jabari Smith.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Brooks outside. Tries it from the top of the key. Warriors with the rebound. Beasley's got 6 rebounds here tonight. From the arc. The Rockets pull it in. Sengun's got 6 rebounds in the game. Brooks drops it in from 11 feet. Brooks has got 9 points here in the second half. Timeout called the Warriors.
Every timeout a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Green is checked in for Houston. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys. I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet. Are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
Thank you, David. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Wednesday, they'll be tipping off a homestand, starting with the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And the matchup against the Nuggets, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
Hey, it's hard not to gush about Green. I mean, he's one of the more exciting talents to enter this league in quite some time.
Inside. And that one is good by Beasley. Beasley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Right wing. Looney passes to Porzingis. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Brooks outside. Passes it to Şengün. Out to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. And the 3 ball is good. Brooks has got 12 points in just the second half.
In this fourth quarter, he's been locked in, and he's made some big shots for his team.
Brooks covering. 3, Pippen. Brooks grabs the board.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
The score now all even. 14 points for Fred VanVleet.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
It's Pippen on the wing. Covered by VanVleet. Beasley for 3. That one's not going to go. Great tee that time from Green. To the inside, VanVleet. A miss that time would have put him up. Golden State's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Brooks covering. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Rockets have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. There's the dish to Green. High post, Şengün. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists in the game. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another. He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
And that one's good. Brooks. Brooks has got 24 points.
And there's a little size to Brooks, 6'7", and he can get it done against good D inside.
Now the pass to Porzingis. Outside for Pippen. Launches a 3. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
For a guy who's 6'10", Smith's tight handle is impressive.
Warriors trail by 4. Pippen, the pass to Looney. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Over Smith. Porzingis can't hit.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
VanVleet can't get it to go. And for the Warriors, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Brooks covering. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Nice recognition there by Porzingis. He's getting better and better as a passer.
Timeout called for Rockets.
Dub Nation, time to make some noise and welcome out your Warriors 15.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Amen Thompson.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Pass to Podziemski to take the lead. Şengün with the rebound. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was done. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Golden State Warriors.
Determined, nitty-gritty play by Smith, not allowing that foul to stop him at all.
And the first one drops. Smith hits them both. Warriors trail by 4. Brooks covering. Pass to Hield. Smith against Green. And the rejection by Smith.
You can tell Smith really relishes being a force on defense. Blocks like that will help him anchor himself at that end of the floor.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Timeout Rockets. Dub Nation, you know what time it is. T-shirt time. Make some noise.
Down low. Brooks misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Green, and he makes good on the layup. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Green, the pass to Big Red. Here's Podziemski. Kept alive. Big Red. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And really at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job there. Never gave up on the play. And you know my motto, persistence pays dividends.
Thompson, he's checked in for Jalen Green. And Şengün throws it down.
When the stakes rise, you need guys who will step up and rise with it. Nice play by Şengün.
Here's Podziemski. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
Out to Thompson. Back to Van Vliet. Second-chance shot. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Green, no luck.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
It's stolen by Green. And it goes out of bounds.
Houston ball.
Last touch by Green.
Substitution for your Warriors. Kristaps Porzingis.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Van Vliet outside. Passes it to Şengün. Porzingis with the block.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
And the shot is good.
You know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
And an intentional foul right there.
15 foul. Shooting for Houston, Fred VanVleet. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 8. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
And good that time.
Porzingis proving to be deadly from a variety of spots.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 8. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
A 3 off the inbound. Rockets with the rebound. Here's Shepard. So we see the Rockets get the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.